Is the legendary singer hitting those sky-high notes. Now she's singing a new tune, spreading an important message about living with diabetes. Patti had this advice for us. Check it out.
Well, don't be like Patti LaBelle. I never saw doctors that often, and one night on stage I passed out, and that's the night I was diagnosed with diabetes because I never checked with my doctors, you know, basically about my health. And so I think it's a good idea to see doctors as often as possible. And then when I knew I was diagnosed, I thought about my mother whose legs were amputated because she was a diabetic. So I knew I had to change from fried foods to sauteed foods, steamed foods, vegetables, you know, not all in the oil and the fats and all that jazz, you know, and with the Hood Calorie Countdown, it's less calories, carbohydrates, and less sugar. And I've lowered my salt intake because I want to live to be 150. So it's easy to live long if you help yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely a motivating factor. But what it, you know, obviously changed. Was it easy? I mean, not easy, but was it an overnight change, or did you slowly make the transition?
No, slowly. You know, I would steal a few things like cheesecake and things that I loved, and then I would let it go. And, you know, a piece of pizza every now and then. And I did cheat, but I got into it maybe, say, a year after that. I really started doing the right thing. And I felt better, I looked better, I know like most of my family died of diabetes, so I know what could happen to me. So I'm doing much better, thank you.
Very cool, happy to hear that. And Liz, as a registered dietitian, talk about some of the different kind of food swaps and things that people can do out there to help if they do have diabetes or somebody in their family does.
Well, as Patti mentioned, you know, getting a diagnosis of diabetes can be a big shock. So you think that you have to really swap out all your favorite foods for things that you maybe don't like so much, and it really isn't true. What you can do is just, you know, choose foods that are lower in carbohydrate and lower in added sugar to help control your blood glucose level, which is what it's all about when you have diabetes. So we have some great recipes here today that are lower in carbohydrate, like this peach cobbler smoothie. We have mini quiche, and we also have these raspberry overnight oats. So there's a lot of delicious foods that you can have when you have diabetes, and Patti knows all about that because she's quite the chef.
And the macaroni and cheese that I make with 8 cheeses, I do low-fat cheeses, and I do the Hood Calorie Countdown beverage, and it tastes like it tastes like it should taste. It's great.
You mentioned it a couple times, the Hood Calorie Countdown. Talk to me about that.
So Hood Calorie Countdown is a dairy beverage that has milk and cream and water in it and lots of other great ingredients that makes it a really creamy, delicious beverage, but it's way lower in carbohydrate and sugar. So it's great for people who are trying to watch their carbohydrate intake, but really anybody in the household can enjoy it because it's delicious.
It's great. It is.
And you can use it in your coffee, you can use it in cereal, and as we said, cooking.
Anything that you use milk for, you can use this for. And it makes it taste the same. Try it. It's good, really good.
Excellent, excellent. All right, my last thing here, Patti. I got to know if this is this going to change Patti's pies? Are you going to make some different than before? Are you going to keep Patti's pies? Because I don't want Patti's pies to go away.
No, I have some no sugar added Patti pies, some no sugar added desserts, but Patti pies are going to stay the way they were when they first came out.
Whew.
Good.
Okay.
And they're good.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to lose those. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us.
You won't. Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
We appreciate Hood Calorie Countdown for bringing us that segment.